Hey, good morning, guys. It's Captain Andrew here with an on the water report. Today is Wednesday, December the 14th. Just want to give everybody a little heads up. If you're traveling down and going to do some fishing this coming weekend, looks like we've got a pretty steady weather pattern, so fishing this week should be picking up and should be fantastic. The water temperature this morning was about 68 degrees, which is perfect. We're getting in that range where our fish want to spawn, in that perfect range where they're starting to do a little bit of work. I've heard some stories about some guys catching some big bags, still doing some punching and pitching. So there's still some big fish that are hiding in the weeds and stuff. What we did today was basically throw top waters. Early this morning, we had a nice overcast day. We had a little misty weather, but not necessarily rain, but it was nice and overcast. We were able to throw top waters for a pretty good while, concentrating on the edges of the weeds, the edges of the reeds, that sort of thing where there's a break and you can work a top water. We're throwing popper, style baits like a chug bug or something of that nature. I love a gold, but a red and white is a great choice too. The key is really to stop the bait and let it pause for a lot of time. These fish are still kind of slow on the take with the top water lures. We got a few bites on the spook as well. Not the big spook, just the regular size spook. And it didn't really switch off. It was more like turning the dial. So everything kind of went from top water to subsurface. So once the top water bite started slowing down, or they would kind of nip at the end and not really take the bait, we switched over to soft plastics and caught a lot of fish on just worms. Just real simple worm fishing. Both weighted worms and unweighted worms, using a large, like a 5/0 or a 6/0 wide gap, a heavy wire hook. Gives that bait enough weight to get it down to where it's touching the grass a little bit, but not sinking down in the grass quite so much. Or a weighted style, either one. We caught fish on watermelon, pepper, and the old June bug, the classic June bug. And this is the size that I throw. This is of course, it's Headwaters Bait Company, the Max Speed worm, and this is the June bug here. So it's a fat worm with a nice big fat chunky tail. So it does make a lot of commotion coming through the water. But that's what we did today, basically throwing top waters and then switched over to soft plastics, making it an early day. Sun's coming up now, coming out of the clouds. Just doing a little bit of probing. So not a full day today. We probably caught, I don't know, a dozen, and probably missed as many more, just short strikes, or picking up the worm and running with a little bit and then dropping it. But the bites really turn it on. So if you want to get out here and throw a bait at them and try to catch a big fish, give me a shout. I've got some dates open. Still in December, I've got a couple of dates open, and then of course January is spotty. I have a handful of dates in January, and I think we are going to have a tremendous January this year. So give me a shout. Let's go fishing.